Hello, everyone, and welcome to another review of my watch list for the week of October 4th. So my list is, again, I'm trying my best to keep it short. I have a larger list, but these are the ones that I'm paying careful attention to. First of all, it's ITC. It was on the list. Most of these were on the list previously. And ITC looks like it has broken out of this particular level of resistance. And it used to be a level of support, and now it has become a level of resistance. And it looks like a retracement, okay? It looks like a retracement. That's a weekly chart. And let's look at the daily chart right here. Okay, so that looks like a retracement and possibly going up again. We have to see what will happen today. On the daily chart, okay, we'll need to look at what happens today on the daily chart. And if it continues to move up, this is something that I'm interested in jumping into. All right, next one is JSW Energy. Okay, so this one is a stock which you cannot sell right away. It's one of those stocks that you have to hold on, at least 3 or 4 days. Now, what you will notice is that I had put the statement, strong bullishness. Look at the weekly gains. So each week, there were very nice gains, and the gains were like approximately 10% each. And it was looking good. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks straight. Okay, there was nice bullish gains of approximately about 10% or so. And look at last week. Look what happened. Okay, and it's in kind of an undecided move right there. So I thought I'll just leave it in here for the sake of presentation, just for the sake of looking at it. So I'll just observe this week and see if the bullishness continues or that's the end of it. It could be the end of it, and it could end up going sideways. Okay, so and if it does, I'm taking it off of my list for now. Oil is another one, Oil India, and it looks like it has broken out of this particular range and moving down. But then I want to see the response, if it will continue up again. And so on the daily chart, it looks like it has gone down. See, it's gone down and testing that level. So what often happens is the resistance becomes support. Okay, so let me look at the history here, going back, and this is the resistance. And right now it's a resistance, and let me get rid of all of this here. And look at that, there's resistance, okay, but then and that's resistance again, resistance, and see, it used to be support. Okay, it used to be support, which became resistance, and where are we now? Here we are. Okay, so I've gone to this level here, which used to be a resistance, and now this might be a place where it's becoming support. If this doesn't keep going down, if it goes down, okay, it continues to be a resistance level. If it doesn't and it bounces back up, so that most probably what will happen is it will become a support level, and then it just keeps coming down to this and going back up again. All right. Now, is that 100%? No. Okay. It's a high probability expectation for us. Oil, if it continues, if it bounces back up, I'm interested. Okay. And I'm looking at it for the daily chart. Like, I'll wait until the end of the day. And then if it does bounce back up, that might be something I would want to get into at the end of the day too, because it would show the low for the day, but then I will see what will happen, for the entire day. And then IOC, again, something similar. So I was looking at a, not a triangle pattern. It almost looks like one. Let me draw that, what it would look like with a trend line, and see if it'll do like a triangle pattern. Let's see, I need at least 3 touches, and it's really not doing that. Okay, let's see what it looks like on the daily chart and see if we get that kind of a that kind of a pattern on the daily chart. Yeah, not really daily chart either. Okay. So, but I'll leave it there. I'll leave the line there because it gives us some perspective. But what I want you to notice is that, let me just get, yeah, here it is. See, so what I want you to notice is that it's trying to break out of this, this trend line. Okay, and let's see if it actually will break out of that. To see that, let's look on the daily chart. Okay, here it is. See, is it going to continue as a resistance? All right, now if this, if today continues to go further down, then we'll say that this remains as a resistance level, and it's going to, it most probably will come back down again like this, and then it would be another downturn. If not, I'm curious to see if it will continue to go up. Okay, so there is some bullishness in IOC, and look at these two candles here, very strong bullishness, you know, so that gives an indication, gives a clue that the probability is higher that it will go up, but let's wait and see. All right, back to the weekly chart and look at ONGC. Okay, ONGC has broken out and it's creating a next candle here for this week. But on the daily chart, let's look at it more closely on the daily chart. Here we are. Okay, look at that. All right, so now here today also we want to look carefully and see, is it going to bounce back up, and will it go back down? Okay, most probably it'll bounce back up because it has cleared two things. One is this trend line and also this resistance line. Both, it has broken out of both, and the ONGC is looking very good. And also remember, the moving averages is also looking good, where the 20-day moving average is above the 60-day moving average. Okay, now back to the weekly chart, and then we'll go to the next one, Canara Bank. All right, again, same thing. I had drawn this resistance line and it is broken out of this resistance line. So I mentioned to you that I have a bunch of other stocks that are on my watch list, but I'm not placing them all here. So I have one that, you know, that's more broad, you know, maybe like 60 or something. I don't know the exact number, a larger number. And then I have several that I'm watching carefully that are like this on the way up. And those are like my, you know, my green, you know, so I'm looking at it, but the red ones are the ones that I'm like, you know, this is sharp. This is like, here it is. See, it's broken out. And so I want to see, is it going to continue up, or is there going to be a retracement? Now, let's look at the daily chart. Look at that. The daily chart is also looking nice, and it looks like it's going to continue going up. So Canara Bank is looking good. All right. Next, NHPC. All right, same thing with NHPC. See, it is broken out of this trend line, and it is broken out of this this resistance level. And look at that. Okay, looking really good. It's broken out, retraced, and coming back up. So NHPC looks like something that is looking very attractive. But as I've always tell you, please do not buy these because they are on my watch list, nor because they're on my red list. Don't buy them, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to open up your charts, draw the lines of resistance, draw the trend lines, draw the triangles, look carefully at the price action and make your decisions. Okay, see, Zeal Entertainment. See, look at that. The couple of weeks of really strong bullish move, and it brought up the 20-day moving average above the 60-day moving average. And look what it's doing on the weekly last week and this week. We have to wait and see if it's going to break out further. And see, what might have happened is this. See, this was a resistance level. It broke out of the resistance level, it retested, came back down, and then moved up. Nice, strong, bullish move. And it touched the next resistance level but it couldn't keep up with it, and it looks like it may come down. It may come down again, and this might become a support level. Okay, and then NTPC. All right, this is another one I'm looking at. First, let's look at the weekly chart, and on the weekly, look what's happening with the NTPC. Now, I want you to look at these two levels. This one was a resistance. Look at that. It resisted right there. It used to be support earlier, and it became resistance. And here, resisted again. But then at this point, it could not keep resisting. And the buying pressure was too much. And it went up and with a nice, strong, bullish green candle. But then let's see if this resistance level is going to be respected. Okay, often it does. Okay, we'll watch and see. And if it does get respected, it'll come back down and it'll start, swinging up and down like this. But let's observe and see if this strong green candle is enough to just push it through the next resistance. Usually not, but let's observe and see. Okay, the reason I left this in my red list is because of this. I saw this strong bullish candle from last week, and I'm curious to see what will happen this week. Tata Power, all right, again, I'm staying with the weekly here. Look what's happening. Nice, strong, bullish move on Tata Power from last week, and then this week continuing that bullish move up. 20-day moving average above the 60-day moving average. It broke out of the, you can call it a triangle, or you can call it a trend line, either one. And whatever it is broken out of it. And let's see what we can draw here. It could be a triangle. There needs to be 2 or 3 touches. And it's a bit weak in that way, but definitely, this trend, it is broken out of that, and the resistance, it is broken out. And let's see what the daily chart looks like. And this is the last one on my list. And I don't want this video to be too long, but look here. All right, see the daily chart? Looking good. So these are the ones that I'm really interested in. So please do not buy any of these just because they're on my list. Please open up the charts, draw the triangles, draw the trend lines, draw the resistance levels, support and resistance lines, and then make your own evaluation. And of course, check the moving averages as well. Now, those of you who are brand new to trading, check the moving averages and stick to the moving average itself for 1 or 2 months. This is my suggestion, okay? Those of you who are brand new at trading, just stick with the moving average. In other words, if the 20-day moving average is above the 60-day moving average, find a few of those, like 2 or 3 of those stocks, buy it, and just wait for several weeks to up to 1 month or so, and then you'll see it beginning to move up. When you buy it, put a 5%, minus 5% stop loss, plus 10%, okay, target. And then wait for the price to go up maybe about 10% from your purchase point. Then, this is the way I'm doing it right now. Then you move that, you change that stop loss to minus 2%, and then you trail that. As the price goes up, make it 2% again. Go to your GTT, which means good to triggered. Go to your go to your orders, and then go to GTT and set that up. Okay, so what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I've got 10 stocks on my list for this week, or is it 11? Yeah, it's like 10 or 11 stocks for this week. And take a look carefully, and then look if these are possible trades for you according to your own evaluations. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless you. And keep trading, keep learning.